Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast. My name is Fitrian Iqlimatul Fatimah.
And I am Zahra Aqilla Putri. Thank you for joining us today.
Have you ever watched a movie, listened to a podcast, or watched YouTube video in English and felt confused because the speaker spoke too fast?
Or maybe you understand some words but couldn't understanding the whole words.
Well, that was exactly our experience at the beginning of this semester.
But after learning different listening strategies and practicing with various listening material, we discovered that listening is more than just understanding words.
In this podcast, we're going to share our best audio discoveries, discuss different English accent, and reflect on how the listening strategies help us understand.
We hope our experiences can inspire to other learners English to keep improving their listening skills.
For me, the best audio discovery in this semester was animated film app. Even though it was a movie, I learned a lot of listening from it. The life lesson I got from this movie is adventure is out there, just like listening. Plans are not always smooth, but if we try more, we can get it.
Can you miss Fitrian? That is interesting experience. I especially agree with your points that listening is not only about word but also about emotion and context. For me, my best audio discover was a TED Talks called "The Power of Believing That You Can Improve" by Carol Dweck. One important lesson I learned is that mistakes are part of learning. The speaker explained that people can improve through effort and practice. This motivated me to keep trying practicing English even when listening activity felt challenging.
That's a great point. I think many people give up too quickly when they don't understand.
Exactly, the teacher thoughts reminded me that learning is a process and every small improvement matters.
The most challenging accent for me is British accent. British people speak fast and swallow some sound. And my strategy is using subtitles first. I watch a YouTube video with subtitle, and after 2 or 3 times I try it without subtitles.
I can understand that British pronunciation can be quite different from what we're used to hearing. For me, the most challenging accent was the Australian accent. Australian speakers often pronounce words differently, and sometimes they speak very quickly.
Yes.
At first, I found it difficult to follow conversation because the vowels sounded unfamiliar.
I see. So, repeated listening really helped you?
Definitely, the more I listen it, the easier it's become to understand the accent. I realized that exposure is one of the best way to improve listening skills.
Okay. One thing I learned is real life English is different than English textbook. Number one, deconstructing. I learned to break a long English sentence into a small parts. I don't listen all the words. I only focus on keywords and signal words like because, first, or however, this helped me to understand the main idea even if I miss some words.
Okay, I completely agree with that. There are also four listening strategies that help me to understand real world English better. First is visual scaffolding, second is signposting, third is mouth tracking, and fact and versus opinion. That is very helps me to understand real words and real message for the words.
Number two, real life is not the same of the textbook. Many people use slang or cut the words exactly like gonna is going to. At first, I was confused, but now I understand that English is messy, not perfect like the textbook.
If you know that what I told you,
Yes?
uh, first is visual scaffolding. I learned to use facial expression, gesture, and image to understand a speaker's message. And the second is signposting. It's sign words such as first, however, for example, and finally help me follow the structure of a conversation of presentation. And the third is mode tracking. By paying attention to the speaker's tone and of voice, I can better understand emotion like happiness, exciting, or frustration or sadness. And the last is fact or versus opinion. This strategy helped me identify whether someone is sharing information based on evidence or simply expressing a personal views.
Number three, English is focused on function. When I'm focused on function, I understand even if my vocabulary is limited. Number four, I practice with the real material like in the YouTube or podcast or movie. I think the strategies is very useful in daily life, especially when we watching videos or listening to news.
Okay, absolutely. They help us on focus on the meaning instead of worrying about very single words.
After the semester, I feel more much confidence when I listening to YouTube video in English or podcast or something like that.
Ah, I see. Me too. I learned that understanding English isn't about catching every word. It's about understanding the message, the context, and the speaker intention.
Listening may be challenging, but with practice and right strategies, anyone can improve.
Thank you for everyone for listening our podcast. We hope you enjoy our discussion and learn something from our experiences.
Okay, see you guys. Thank you for the watching.